Good morning, Carson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing fantastic. I got to tell you, as a radio jock, I play around with musicians' names, because it has to roll off my tongue when I'm talking over your song intros. And your name is so perfect because it has the two power words, Carson Peters. It's got some bump to it.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
It and for what you are doing to music right now, guy. I mean, come on. I mean, you've been at this for a long time, and do you ever sit back and think, "Wow, that I'm making dents where there used to be dings"?
Yeah, man. It's definitely gratifying to see some things working out. Um, I've been doing this. I'm just 17, but I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. I started playing the fiddle when I was 3 years old. Started singing when I was about 5. Then we started doing public shows since I was about 6 or 7. So definitely seeing me take a couple steps forward in my career is really gratifying to see that for sure.
My first program director, Lonnie Bell, who really made a name for himself in Nashville, told me, he goes, Arrow, there's no country band that's going to survive without a fiddle in the band. You got to have a fiddle in the band. So when I found out about you, it's like, oh my God, here comes the next generation.
Oh man, yeah. Obviously, the fiddle plays a crucial role in the history of country music. Just bluegrass and country starting, not too far from where I grew up and where I live right now, towards Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia. So, I feel like that played a role in me picking, the fiddle to start out with. So that was definitely a little bit of divine intervention, maybe that I was born so close to the roots of country music. But I'm surely hoping to bring the fiddle back into country for sure.
I got to tell you, Carson, I'm down here in the South. I'm over here in Carolina, and to hear your Southern accent is so authentic to me because we're being invaded by so many people from the North. It's like, oh, come on, give me back that Southern accent.
Everybody wants to be down here with the Southern hospitality, I guess.
And how do you explain what it is that we do down here in the South when it comes to that? Because when we say bless your heart, we really do mean it.
Oh yeah. I just feel like it's we're just all genuine people. Nobody thinks they're any better than anybody else. And if there are people like that, the rest of the good old Southern folks will let them know, they don't put up with too much, but, it's definitely a blessing to live down here. I love it.
Yeah, I think one of the culture shocks for a lot of the Northerners is that, being down here in the South, you've always got something on the porch, either that or out there on the back deck. There's something out there that, because it's part of just the living down here.
Absolutely.
Do you prefer sun tea, or are you gonna take it from a bottle?
Oh man, shoot, sweet tea is definitely a big a debate point for me. There's a local restaurant chain that I don't think is any farther than an hour from where I live. They got 4 or 5 restaurants, but they're not big at all. The name of the place is Pal's. Pal's has the best sweet tea, and that is the only thing I really missed when I was in LA with The Voice, was the good old Pal's sweet tea.
Do they have crushed ice in it, or how do they serve it with ice?
It's got the little crushed ice in it, which that's a plus for sure.
Oh my God, that's like McAllister's, man. You walk into McAllister's, give me a bunch of ice with the tea in between.
Absolutely, yep. a little tea with my ice.
So Piney Flats, Tennessee. Talk to me about that, because the South is filled with so much history. Tell me about your town.
Well, Piney Flats is just a wide spot in the road. If you're driving through the highway and you blink, you'll miss it. So it's it's a really tight knit community, and I go to school about 20 minutes away from Piney Flats in a city called Elizabethton, and I just grew up with a bunch of the kids down here because my parents are from here, and from Elizabethton. So just that little community with Piney Flats and Elizabeth, and everybody's been so supportive of me, not just once I hit some success, everybody had been supportive, ever since I started. And that's something that you don't really see a lot. It gave me a lot of confidence that I had a couple towns rooting for me no matter what I was doing. So it's definitely, like I said, it's a blessing to be on here for sure.
Now, you talk about traveling to Elizabeth. If it's on a bus, I'll never forget my bus rides to school, because that's where I wrote my first book in the 11th grade. It was in the back seat of the bus. What about you?
Man, I've been driving to school I got my license my junior year, so I've been driving recently. But my mom used to take me to school because I was out of the zone that the bus would go. So we've had me and mom had a lot of good mornings together with me half sleepy and being all mean to her in the morning.
How did you handle school though during the lockdown, the remote learning and stuff like that? Did that get into your mind and heart in any way?
It honestly it helped me a little bit. Being able to get my work done in a few hours instead of being at school from 8 in the morning till 3. I can I had some more time to to write some songs or to play some music and just practice up on what we were doing in some shows. And the lockdown in general helped my career. You can't really say that a lot as a musician. I got really fortunate that we were locked down, and I'd always wanted to try out for The Voice, and I was always too busy with shows and school and everything, and we hit the lockdown. And during the winter of last year, I was just like, you know what, I'm trying out for The Voice. I got all this free time now, let's use it. And it worked out perfectly and helped me out quite a bit. So in general, the lockdown honestly helped me. It helped me focus on what I wanted to do with my career.
Wow. They used to call Bill Monroe the Whispering Bill Monroe until I met Vince Gill, and I thought, oh my God, no, it's the Whispering Vince Gill. Don't you love the way that he can whisper and you can hear everything he says?
Oh yeah, man. He that's one of the reasons that I like him so much. Country music is there's times where you can't really understand what anybody's saying, and Vince has never done that. You can hear every word in every song he's ever done, and just the articulation of the words that he sings and can still do it in a way where it sounds musical is just really crazy when you think about it. And he's definitely one of my heroes.
Carson, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always, always, always going to be open for you.
Absolutely, man. I'd love to.
Well, you be brilliant and you keep doing that sweet tea with crushed ice, all right?
Yes, sir. You as well.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you, man.
Thanks, Sarah. I'll talk to you in a bit.